Hi there, and welcome to my next video on my YouTube channel, Unapologetic with Lorelei. And I hope you're having a great day. And well, I'm having a great time at the moment because I'm standing here once again in a beautiful piece of nature in the forest. And it's a bit of a funny vibe. It's a nice vibe for sure. The birds are really chatting away, but there's no sun. There's also no rain. There's also no clouds. It's not cold. It's just everything what it's, I guess, supposed to be, except for a little bit of sunshine. But it brings out the color of the trees very nicely at the moment. And of course, I didn't want to talk about the weather all the time and about the scenery, but totally something different. Of late, perhaps because I just turned 63 and I tend to pick it up more, but of late I hear a lot of more comments to me about that sound diminishing because of my age. And I refuse to be diminished, and no matter what age it was. But that doesn't sound so nice. It's different than discriminating. I'm not being discriminated by my age. Well, not so far anyhow. But the diminishing part is more like comments like, yeah, but in your days it wasn't like this, of yeah, but it was in your time, but now in 2025 it's different. And I get a lot of kind of remarks like that. That feels a little bit like I'm no longer in the game anymore. I mean, I've had my chances and I'm 63 now, and you're supposed to be quiet and enjoy life. It was even that when I was doing some online courses, and the guy who had the online course, I saw him on a workshop one time, and he even said, yes, this course is of course for people under 50, because once you're 50 plus, then of course you have it all together already and you don't have to do things anymore except enjoying your life. And I couldn't resist, but I gave him a big fat comment on that. Well, there was somebody passing me. I didn't see or hear him coming at all, but yeah, that's one of those things from live video, I guess. And I'm not somebody who wants to edit this out of my video. I mean, I'm doing a live video and I'm doing as less as editing as possible on my videos. Just make you sure you know it's real. It's not AI, it's not, I don't know what, even though I don't think per se IA is a bad thing, but I want to be real in this thing, even the little bloopers or the little not so perfect things. And well, I guess just about what life is. And this channel is all about sharing things about life, about my life lessons, experiences, opinions, which can be changed, of course. If you have another opinion, you can tell me. There's no problem. It's welcome even. And yeah, I want to be as authentic as possible. So I'm not going to edit things out of it. And what I will do is I will flip the screen and talk with you from the other side of the camera. And yes, I will talk with you from there whilst I'm doing my walk in the nature where I'm walking right now. And I'll be showing you. I hope you enjoy it. I feel it starts to, well, rain a little bit. Never mind. It's a nice moment, and I like to share it with you. So I'll be seeing you on the other side of the screen. And I think it shouldn't be. You shouldn't be diminished ever. And sorry. And as I said before, it's not about being discriminated by age, but it's the diminishing part of it. And because I hear people saying lately about age, like, oh yeah, this woman, about fading, about slowing down, um, being past your time. And I resent that. I mean, I am slowing down, and I have videos of slowing down because I'm living in the forest and I have my cabin and I write and I do photography and I do this YouTube video, and I have been slowing down, but I don't think it has to do with age kind of slowing down thing. It's not I'm just walking slower all of a sudden, and I don't need a walking stick. Even still, that doesn't mean anything. But it's not that kind of slowing down I mean to say. It's just slowing down in your head, um, just more being, and being more committed and not being attached to all kind of things and not the striving. That kind of slowing down I'm talking about when I am slowing down, but not the way people want to say. It's like it's about time, don't you think? You should slow down a bit, and all this active sports that you're doing, or this or that. And I mean, all this advice people give you that you should be starting to do now around a certain age. And I don't quite agree with that. Besides that, it's personal for everybody else. It depends on your situation, on your physical health, on your on so many things that happens in your life, or the ways your life is structured, your lifestyle you're living, the country where you're living. It depends on so many things. I hope you still enjoy what I'm showing you, and I hope my microphone is still picking up the little bird songs that are happening here. Well, even singing, it's like they're really talking to each other. But anyhow, I must say I never felt more alive, actually. Well, is that true? I felt very much alive in the 90s as well. I love the 90s. And saying that, it surprises me that I hear so many younger people, young adults, talking about the 90s. Most of them will all have watched the series Friends. And I don't know, a lot of people are romanticizing the 90s, but perhaps me as well, because I loved that area. It was a very great time in my life. But I'm surprised that if you do love the 90s so much, then why don't you all try at this age, as a young age, try to get that back? Because when I hear younger people talking about the dating scene, it's horrible. It must be a horrible time to start dating and meeting somebody. I mean, you hear about things of ghosting and the cheating and the I don't know what. Never doesn't mean nobody cheated in the 90s, but I don't know. It's just a different vibe. And so one of people like that the 90s, but when you talk about the 90s, you seem to be old all of a sudden. And what I wanted to say too, or what I believe actually, is like age isn't a countdown for not for me anyhow. It's an accumulation rather, because I've learned so much lessons, and I've made many mistakes, and I've been having to be very resilient and strong, and I had to not raise my voice, but be assertive, be a lot assertive on certain moments. And now, apparently, I have to be assertive again. And when it comes to people try to diminish me because of my age, of yes, and I find it a very funny situation, because people seem to be more bothered with age than in my age even than what I am. So I mean, every year that I've lived, I've been able to stripping away, as you can say, about the layers of pretending about life, and it feels so much more real now these days. And I think I can really say that life is feels real, as I said, and smaller. It didn't fade. It just feels more clear to me. And there was a time that I had to wanted to keep up with things and look younger and prove still I belong somewhere in sceneries and places that, yeah, that are not really, well, so to speak, my age. I wouldn't say that, but they don't appeal to me anymore. And you try to uphold it sometimes, but then you have to admit, just don't like it anymore. Just my taste has changed in that respect. And I'm not trying to compete with a younger version of me, of any younger version of anybody. I'm just living here to be who I am, and who I became. And I don't know if any of you viewers are resonating to this. And do you feel the same way? Are you going through a time like that? Because I'm 63, but I mean, sometimes even for some people 40 is already an older age, and you can be diminished for being 40 or 45 plus or whatever. And it's weird really, because you feel so young. And even about the physical aspect as well, I wanted to say that as well. As you have probably noticed, that I have long hair, and I can't tell you how many times I've heard, well, shouldn't you be tying your hair down in a knot or cut it, because at your age you shouldn't be having long hair anymore. Why don't you just tie it down and act your age, and things like that. And um, I like, well, I can show you. I like my sports shoes. I like them. Well, see, a little bit dirty, but they were in the forest. Oh, my real walking shoes. I'm not wearing them now. But on occasionally, I have this crazy mood, and I love to wear my high heels. Well, I don't even know if I have to have a crazy mood for that. Well, then I hear people say, but at your age, you shouldn't be wearing those high heels anymore. Suppose you break a hip. I say, well, hello. I mean, these are really, in my eyes, diminishing things, and they come from, yeah, I don't know, is naivety or ignorance from people. I don't know, but you have to stand your ground and remain who you are. And I think that's very important. So I don't know, as I said, if you are going through something like this, if you recognize something like this. And for me, it's all about being present, being fully here in my life, right here, right now. Not attached, but committed to all the things I still like to do and I like to do now and I like to do in the future. Because yes, I still do hope I still have a future. And so I'm refused to be diminished by age, as you gathered already, you know. And it became a kind of a devotion to stay curious and to stay creative and to keep having an open mind, and a devotion that shows that I'm not growing out of any possibility. Okay, perhaps some of it, you must be honest. If you are getting older, that could be, but I feel like I'm growing into something really beautiful, new, and I love it. Like for instance, this YouTube channel. Who would have thought I would start a YouTube channel? I enjoy it so much, being in a beautiful environment, talking about experiences, talking about. I have the feeling I'm talking with people while I'm walking around here, and it's just a beautiful thing to do. And I hope you like it too. Um, if you, I'm not such a commercial person, so just subscribe and likes, but if you do, please do. If not, it's all fine. And I hope you enjoyed my video. And in the meantime, take good care of yourself. Take very good care of yourself and of your loved ones. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.